Okay, y'all. So I am fairly proud of these. These are oranges on my orange tree. I'm really, really hoping that they make it to full-grown oranges, which won't be ready till like winter, I think. I got a couple last year, but this year there are substantially more. That makes me excited. And now it's time to read. Hey y'all, welcome to the family that reads a lot. I may have gotten a little out of hand at the library. So this past year, we had a new branch open up that's near-ish us. Nothing is near. We live in the middle of nowhere, but it's near-ish us. And it's brand new. And the way that they organize books makes it so easy for me to find what I want. And they have tons of paperbacks of all of the more current series, where most libraries you go to, and even if it's a current book, they have a couple copies of it and they're usually out. This library has like 10 copies of it, and a lot of them are paperback. Personally, I love paperbacks. They're a little bit lighter, a little bit easier to carry, but they just have tons of the current books, so they're always in stock, and it's so exciting. And I get a little out of hand at the library sometimes. So, disclaimer, I may not get to all these books. I may end up having to return them and then get them again, but we'll see. So, this is, my son got a couple, my daughter got one, the rest of that pile is mine. Oops. This is the next Keeper of the Lost Cities book for him, Lodestone, still by Shannon Messenger. He loves these books. He really enjoys them. So this is the next one. I'm curious to see. I feel like they're continuing to get bigger, and they're already really big. Yeah, this one's 676 pages, so almost a 700-page book. And that's intimidating to me, but he is cruising through these books. He said they just make you want to read them. So eventually I may read these, not right now. His next book is a Tim Green book. He's read a lot of Tim Green books. They're all sports related. This one is called Lost Boy. It says he hurried into his mom's closet and fumbled with a shoebox, reaching inside without looking, and removed the baseball. He held it up in the thick beam of the late afternoon light streaming through the window. The skin was smooth and yellowing with age, and the seams had faded from red to almost pink. The writing was bold and dark, written in black Sharpie, but their signature was a meaningless squiggle. He turned the ball in his hands. He'd never thought about his father, really, never allowed himself to, but now they needed to find him, to save her. I have no idea what this book is going to be about, but he tends to really enjoy these. Like I said, they're all sports based, but then have like a story behind whatever sport. So, see, the books are attacking me. That's how many books I have. This was just a cat's book for my daughter. It's a nonfiction, early animal encyclopedias of cats. She just absolutely loves cats. So it's just general things about the different breeds of cats. Fun, easy read for her. She's got tons of books here, so I encouraged her not to take out too many from the library because she already has a lot on her TBR shelf. I should have given myself the same advice, but it didn't. Okay, next is City Spies by James Ponti. So this I got for myself, but I got because my daughter wants to read it. So I think we saw this on Chantel Reads All Day, I think. I tend to watch hers a lot, and my daughter tends to watch those with me. She doesn't watch all the YouTube videos with me, but she really likes some of the BookTube videos. So this one she had seen and wanted me to pre-read to see if it was for her, because this is definitely a middle grades book. I just read James Ponti's Dead City, the first one, and thoroughly enjoyed that book. I don't think that it's going to be in my daughter's interest right now just because it's based on zombies. This is different. This is, it says Sarah Martinez is a hacker. She recently broke into a New York City foster care system to expose her foster parents as cheats and lawbreakers. However, instead of being hailed a hero, she finds herself facing years in juvenile detention and, even worse, banned from using computers. Enter Mother, a British spy who offers her a way out of the current problem and the chance to make a home for herself within a top secret MI6 agency. So it sounds pretty interesting. I don't know if I would pick this up just generally for myself, but like I said, gonna read it and see if it's something that would be for her. So son is 11, daughter is 8. Both read middle grades, but she's more of like an intro to middle grades situation. So I don't know I tend to pre-read a lot of middle grades for her because there is content and stuff in middle grades that's not necessarily for an 8-year-old. I've realized that middle grade spans such a wide range, and I think I'm actually going to make a video talking about this, but it's just, I never knew until my kids really got into this middle grade situation how vague the term middle grades is. So at any rate, like I said, I think I'm going to make a video specific to that, but I'm going to pre-read this book for her. So the next one, or the next 3, I guess you'd say, are actually for me that I just wanted to read. So this is The Strangers. It says Greystone Secrets, The Strangers. But this is book 1 by Margaret, Peterson, Haddix. I know I saw this on Chantel's channel. So this is basically, there's 3 like siblings that have like a normal life and everything else. Well, they find out that there's a missing person situation for 3 kids with their names. And this is, I think, them trying to figure out if it's them, if they can trust their family, all these kind of things. I don't know. It sounded interesting. I think it popped up on another video that I watched for somebody recommending kind of like autumnal spooky-ish books. I don't know how spooky this one was supposed to be because I'll tell you, I'm a big old wuss. I don't like reading horror stories. I tend to do most of my reading at night after my kids go to bed. So reading a really spooky book or a super thriller like sci-fi or adult thriller suspense type thing and then trying to go to sleep is not the best plan. But I was like, hey, middle grades, I could probably do that in middle grades and maybe it wouldn't totally scare the crap out of me and then I could still sleep. So in the feelings of fall that I've had lately, I'm going to give this one a try and see how I like it. The next one, the second Dead City book. I'm excited for this one. I actually almost just threw this in my thrift books haul, and looking back, I really would have, because I have a hunch after purchasing the first one that I'm going to want to purchase this one. This is Dead City Blue Moon by James Ponti. It's the second book in the Dead City series. I loved the first one. Loved the first one. It was so much fun. I'm hoping this one holds true to that. I've had kind of a revelation lately that for me, a lot of the time what I get out of a series like this, especially a fantasy series, I like the world building. I like the character building and all of the things that you really get in the first book more than you get in the following books. But I have a hunch this one's going to be a little different because the world building in this one was fun and sort of interesting, but mostly what got me in this one was the character building. So I'm kind of attached to these characters already. They're just kind of awesome kids. They have formed this awesome friendship and things like this. And I'm really hoping that carries through this one because that was more so what interests me in the first one than the world building. I've realized a lot of series, the reasons I don't like the progressive books, the ones that come after the first one, whatever you want to call them, the reason I don't like them as much is I miss the world building. But I think this one's going to be different. So we'll see. Last one. This is Lines of Courage by Jennifer A. Nielsen. So I read, this is terrible. I read a Jennifer Nielsen book this year and just absolutely loved it. And I now cannot think of the name of it. Oh my goodness, how is that possible? Because I loved that book. Words on Fire. Okay, the back of the book saved me. It shows all the Jennifer Nielsen books. But I absolutely love that book. This book is a little different. That one was set in Lithuania. This is set during World War II, but I don't know what country. It says, it's talking about like Austria, Hungary, Germany, Russia. I don't know. I think it's going to span a couple different places. But I'm interested to see if I like Jennifer Nielsen overall as an author or if I was just really pulled into that one book. So this one is going to go on my pretty soon to be reads. So I think they're going to go in this order. I think I'm going to read this one because my daughter requested me to, and I try and put their requests at the top, especially if I'm like, hey, I'm not going to let you read that book till I read it. I try not to take forever to read it because that would be frustrating, right? So I think I'm going to read this one. And then I think I'm going to read this one because I really, really want to read this one. So I think that one's going to go next. And then I'm not sure on these. I'm really feeling the autumn vibes of dang, I kind of want to move this one up. But I really want to read Dead City. Ugh, I don't know. So anyway, I have way too many books to read. Way too many books to read. But y'all, they're all good books. And they're books that I'm so excited to read. I feel like I had gotten into kind of a reading slump the past couple weeks, 2-3 weeks. And now I have all these books that I'm really excited to read. I'm in the middle of a good book that I need to finish up and then jump into these, but I'm excited to read. I'm getting those autumn vibes. I'm getting the cozy reading vibes. So we'll see where these take us and how fast I get through these. And the other part of me is like, don't read all the books too fast because I don't know what's next, but I know there's other good books out there. So if you like what you've seen here, give us a like, a subscribe. I tend to do book hauls, book reviews, all those kind of things. I tend to go a little crazy at the library sometimes and not buy. Thank goodness I didn't buy this because this would be expensive. And get more books than I should, but really, really excited for some of the reading that's coming up. So thanks for coming by. Y'all go read a lot.